How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling Quiz, the Wrestling Quiz channel. Wrestling Quizzes. Today we got another quiz for you, as today we are back with guess which Wrestlemania match actually happened. Part 2, and it's by Non-Gay K. Now, I did this like a year or so ago. Part 1, go back and watch it. I don't know if any of the repeats are going to be on here. That part, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same answer, but we will see. It's going to give us multiple choice, and we got to see it. I have my whiteboard. Alright, which WrestleMania match actually happened? There are 10 questions, by the way. John Cena versus Randy Orton versus Triple H. Triple H versus John Cena versus Shawn Michaels. Ric Flair, Batista, and Randy Orton versus Usos and Big Show. Or Undertaker versus Seth Rollins. Also, comment down below how much you wagered, how much you got. Okay, I think this one is gonna be pretty simple, pretty easy. We're gonna start that off. Yeah, we are gonna start this off. 3, 2, 1. I said A, Randy Orton, well, John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H. It is, yes, it is from WrestleMania 23. That is 1 point on the board. Which match actually happened? Diesel versus Yokozuna, A-Train versus Brock Lesnar, NWO versus Sorry Boys, or Triple H versus Booker T. Now, this one's interesting because Diesel Yokozuna looks like a match that would happen at WrestleMania. Did they ever have a match at Mania, though? I want to know. That's what I want to know. Did they have a match at Mania? I'm going to say no. Hardy Boys and NWO seems like a fun match, so. Okay. That, I think I got 3, 2, 1. I wrote down D. I wrote Triple H and Booker T. And it is Triple H and Booker T for WrestleMania 19. We are on a roll here. Yep. Which WrestleMania match actually happened? Rey Mysterio versus Penta. Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov. RK Bro versus Braun Roger Mac. And Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Exposed Sami Zayn wrong with 2 eyes. But we don't count spelling here. Rey Mysterio and Penta. That would be a fun match. I don't think that match happened. And I don't think C happened. Gunther and Dragunov. They did have a match. I think I'm gonna have to go. I wrote it down twice. 3, 2, 1. These are too easy. I wrote down D. And it is D. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, WrestleMania 37. We are not doing bad here, actually. This was actually good. Next one. Which WrestleMania match you have? Stone Cold versus Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, Eddie Guerrero versus Edge, Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle, or Mr. Vince McMahon versus Triple H. Two Eddie Guerreros. I think I'm gonna clean sweep this. But I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. 3, 2, one. Give me number C. Number? Give me Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle. Yes, it is WrestleMania 20. I remember that. I remember. That's when Eddie, I think he retained the world title. Anyway, which WrestleMania match actually happened? Mick Foley versus Undertaker, Bret Hart versus Mr. McMahon, Edge and Christian versus John Cena, Batista, or Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton. Now, this seems like an interesting. I don't think it was C. That would be kind of fun though, because I don't think that would make sense. I forgot to add me a point here. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1. I don't know. I put B. And it's it's B. It's Bret Hart, Mr. McMahon for WrestleMania 26. Okay. I am on a roll here. I think this might be the first. And since WrestleMania's down the corner, I mean, might as well do this quiz. Which WrestleMania match actually happened? I also forgot to tell you who was Bible. I think I told y'all, but it was non-gay K. Thank you. It was also, I showed y'all at the beginning of the video. Anyway, which WrestleMania match actually happened? Big Show versus Cody Rhodes, Ryder versus Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho versus Kane versus Baby versus The Miz, or D, Caitlyn versus Victoria. My memory serves me correct. I don't remember this. C, Dolph Ziggler, Randy, Jericho, Kane, Weaver, Miz. That seems like a Money in the Bank ladder match. I don't know why. I don't think I'm gonna remember. I reckon Sheamus, Big Show, and Cody. Maybe it's not Big Show. Maybe it's not Big Show and Cody. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. I said Caitlyn and Victoria. It was like a one-time thing. Like, I challenge you to a match at Mania. And it's Big Show and Cody from 28. There goes my sweep. I'm kind of surprised. I don't think I got that. I didn't get that. That was my first. I don't think I remember that match. I remember they did have a tables match, but I didn't remember the Mania. Okay. They did have a match, but I didn't know if it was at a Mania or not. Which WrestleMania match actually happened? Bayley versus Bianca, Chyna and Triple H versus Lita and Matt Hardy, Liv Morgan versus Io Sky, or Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. Wow. Sucks to be me because I don't remember. I have an answer. 3, 2, 1. I put A. I put Bayley and Bianca. I don't know. I know they had a match. I think it was at Mania. I could be wrong. I am wrong. Becky and Lynch. It was D. Becky and Ray for Mania 40. I don't. How do I not remember this? This was like 2 years ago. Interesting though. Alright, next one. Which WrestleMania match actually happened? Really, another one. Goldberg versus Finn Balor. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax versus Bayley versus Charlotte. Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella. And Asuka versus Alexa. Very intrigued and I am so intrigued by this question. I think I might know this. This is an interesting one, because Finn Balor and Goldberg would be nice, but I don't think that happened. I know that. And Asuka and Bliss, I don't think that happened at a Mania. That didn't happen. I'm gonna go 50-50. 50-50 shot. 3, 2, 1. I went with B because that's like the most random choice here. When it's probably gonna be the Bella Twins. Oh no! I was right. Sasha Banks, yep, WrestleMania 33. So it was B. I think I'm doing pretty good here. I am lined up, adding another point to my board. I got 6 so far. But can I keep this going? Which WrestleMania match actually happened? Dudley Boys versus LAX. Jericho versus William Regal. Jeff Hardy versus Christian. Or D-Taz versus Jerry Lawler. I don't think it's D. Maybe it's like some dumb stuff like that. It's probably gonna be definitely like D, but 3, 2, 1. I went with B again. And it is B. It's William Regal versus Jericho. WrestleMania 18. Wow, how boring. And we are at the final question. I have 7 points. Let me do my wager. So I do have 7. You know what? I'm gonna bet 6. 6 of my 7. Just for the joke. Alright, what's this final wager? Paid? Oh man. Which WrestleMania match at the final question? It's another girls. Paige versus Sasha. Riot Squad versus Baszler. Io Shirai and Bliss. That's interesting. Asuka versus Charlotte. Or D. Becky Lynch versus Carmella versus Mickie James versus Naomi. That's the crazy thing about this. Do I remember this? I don't know. I don't think it's B. Alright. I have an answer. For the wager. 3, 2, 1. With me betting 6 points, I'm picking A. And for the final question, it is C. WrestleMania 34, Asuka versus Charlotte. I thought Paige and Sasha was gonna be it, but that's okay. I rounded out with 1 point on the board, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy with a 1 point right there. And yeah, that was today's video. This was fun, but this was kind of hard all at the same time. Peace out, everyone.